Welcome back to another episode of Daily Fortnite, your daily podcast about Fortnite. I'm your host, Mikey, aka Mike Daddy, aka Magnificent Mikey. That live event was amazing, and with it, we got a new season and a brand new map. That's right, this end of season event didn't just give us a live event and a new season, but in the middle of a chapter, we are getting a brand new island, a brand new map. That is pretty insane. It almost makes it feel like a new chapter entirely. And I don't know, maybe they're making such a big drastic change because of, the first couple of seasons not hitting like they were supposed to, especially that first season, right? That first season was so full of bugs, so many issues. People really got, a sour taste in their mouth from that. Obviously, we all got a sour taste in our mouth when they laid off all those employees. And even though they had a bounce back in terms of performance for season 2 and chapter 7 here, I know they weren't hitting what they were hoping they would hit. So I imagine they were like, "Hey, we got to do something big here to really." Get back in the swing of things and get in the good graces of the people. And that live event was amazing. It was amazing to watch, I should say, because as I predicted, just the time of the day that was for me, it literally was like the worst possible time of day for me to be able to actually participate in that. Based on me being at work and my work schedule and the different things I have to do at different times of the day. So that was a bummer for me that I didn't get to participate, but I did watch multiple different streamers stream this. And then I've gone back and I've watched VODs on YouTube so I could see the different angles and different perspectives. And yeah, it was honestly really cool to see the two different sides of it, being the Ice King and being the Foundation, whether it was, when you're the Foundation and at points you're winning, that is cool. Or if you're watching the point of the view from the Ice King and at points you're winning, that was cool. Now, it was a major, surprise there. Like, we knew that the Ice King won the rivalries for the season, so we knew the Ice King was going to win this thing, right? So it was no surprise there. But then for the Ice King to be taken out, what turns out to be Genos this whole time, who was part of the 7 but is now revealed to be a bad guy. Wow. Again, we are really starting to cook here with the lore in Fortnite. And really, again, bringing that back around to make it interesting to follow again. Do I think Jonesy is dead? No. I know we saw him potentially taken out in this, but this is storytelling, right? You just can't count on a character being dead if you don't actually see them dead, and I think for me that even goes for the Foundation. I know everybody's talking about Jonesy, but I think the Foundation is probably very much well and alive, just frozen again, and could come back at any point in time in the future. But yeah, at the time I'm recording this, the servers are about to go back up. So I'm just going to go over the quick details of what's going on in this season with the blog post that they put out. Tomorrow, we will go over some more in-depth details. But and some of these in-depth details are out, but I want to wait to go over that because, again, at the time I'm recording this, it's almost 10 p.m. Pacific time. Which I know it's 1 a.m. Eastern time, so maybe a lot of you are already sleeping. But at least for us West Coasters, we're still up, we're still awake. We're about to play this update, and hopefully, everybody, pre-downloaded the update so that it would be ready to go when the servers go live, so that you can start playing. But yeah, it's it's good to go. It's ready. My game, I have it downloaded. I just got to wait for the servers to go back live. That is, so once it is, I'm going to start playing, and then not only will I have details, but then I'll have some experience actually playing it. So I feel like we can go into those more in-depth details in the next episode. But for now, extract and collect sprites on a new map in Fortnite Runners. Before I get into this, actually, because the servers aren't live yet, I can't get into Fortnite, so I'm not going to be able to go over the item shop or anything like that. But I would really appreciate it when this battle pass goes live if you could use code Mikey when you're using those V-Bucks to get your battle pass, MMMIKIE, in the item shop, and or when you're getting the battle pass, because some of those proceeds will go to help support the show. And for a small content creator like me, this is usually like the season changes are usually when I see people using my code the most. So if you haven't put my code in for a while and you don't have a creator code in there, I would really appreciate if you use mine, because this is usually like the biggest time where I get people using the creator code, and it really does help me out. So yeah, there's that. Let's get into the little details that they put out. Extract and collect sprites on a new map in Fortnite Runners. This season, power isn't given, it's taken. The island's been reassembled with twisted takes on familiar POIs in a fresh map dropping today, the Shattered Coast. And then we get a look at this here. You got Lifty Lodge, Latte Landing, Chopped Shop, Battle Woods, Wonky Land, Calamari Canyon, Frosted Flats, Golden Grove, Sinister Strip, Heatwave Harbor, Shaken Sanctuary, Sunken Shores, and Cluster Coast. So you can see on this new map, we get some of our familiar POIs, but they're going to remix, as well as some just brand new POIs as well. And look at this map. It really is shattered. It's broken up by a ton of rivers and big waterways. It seems like, the center point where the 0 point was before, it's like, I'm wondering if the water streams where it's pink there, if that's going to give some sort of like special power in there. Or maybe those will just be more areas where the sprites are running around that you have to extract. I don't know, but it does seem interesting that they do have that part colored differently than they do the rest of the waterways. And then they have a bunch of screenshots here of these new locations. And yeah, it looks really good. They look, the graphics look great. Locations look fun. And they're going to be fun to explore when we get a chance here soon. Find a sprite, extract it to collect it. Sprites with new abilities are all over the new island, and everyone wants them. Find one in a match and extract your sprite to add it to your collection. Bring them to future matches and get their powers from the jump. Some have the ability to wrap you in shields, grant temporary invisibility, or give bonus burst damage. Rare ones can change the whole flow of the match. So again, this is really cool. I think this will be a fun, and again, another new fun thing that we get to play around with here, where we're talking about carrying things over from one match to the next. We've had gold to spend from one match to the next in the past, but actually having items that give you some sort of power up that you can collect in one match and then use in future matches, that is like just opening up the whole world of Fortnite on what is possible. Having power up items like this, maybe they'll open it up to just like different items in the future. This is going to be fun to test out. New battle pass plus launch week bonus. Get the battle pass for 800 V-Bucks or the Fortnite crew and instantly unlock the Guardian, a customizable sprite piloted mech outfit. The more sprites you collect, the more you can customize the outfit. Pick up the pass before June 13th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, and you'll also get the Gold Huntress Dylan outfit and accessories as a launch week bonus. So if you want to get that Gold Huntress Dylan version, a marbled speedboat glider, a venomous chainsaw pickaxe, and a golden cherub holster back bling as bonus versions. You get that before June 13th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Level up to earn premium rewards like the John Wick's dog sidekick, dark cubic sneakers picks, and outfits like Wolf Cluster, Heatwave PJ, and John Wick pen and ink. Like I said, I really like that duck character. I like John Wick. Those are going to be really cool to have. You can earn 20% back in Epic rewards when you use Epic's payment system to purchase V-Bucks for the Battle Pass or subscribe to Fortnite Crew. It's available when you check out on iOS, the web, or PC through the Epic Game Store, as well as on Google Play in the US. Tools of the trade: there's a new arsenal this season with John Wick's pistol of choice and the Dark Voyager's heavy AR. Slide faster than you can run with 7 sliders and triple jump off shock rocks. Move like the island owes you something. Again, just based on what we saw in the previews and the movement we saw in the previews, I'm telling you this is going to be a good season because it looks like we're going to get peak movement in Fortnite. And when you got peak movement in Fortnite, that's when you have peak Fortnite. So this is going to be a great season. Here's what's waiting when you drop. And then they got a whole bunch of things that are getting added in here. The duck sprite, 0 point sprite, punk sprite, a king sprite. No details on what these do exactly, but we'll find out when we jump in the game. And again, we'll talk about those in the next episode. There's going to be the extraction sites, sprite kiosks where you can purchase stuff, new mastery rewards, sprite dust, the surgical burst rifle, sprite extractor, the extending focus shotgun, lancehead pistol, chaos exploder rifle, and the 7 sliders. You can read more here for everything landing this season. That'll take us to the post on the status page, but we're not going to go over that. That is going to be the details that we're going over here. And again, there's way more to this that can get way more in depth, and we will do that in the next episode because after I get this episode uploaded, in fact, the server should be live, and I'm going to start playing before I go to bed and test this thing out, and then I'll probably play a little bit more again in the morning before I go to work to test more of it out, and then yeah, I'll be talking about it in the next episode. All right, yeah, this is fun. Again, really appreciate it if you use code Mikey. Again, I don't have any other detail. Can't go over the item shop, can't go over quests. The servers aren't quite live yet, so I don't have anything of those things to go over. Just yeah, in the comments for this one, I really want to hear what you guys thought of the live event, especially if you got to participate. If you're like me and you just got to watch other people participate, at least up to you, I say at least we got to experience it. And then for anybody who actually got to play it, I want to hear from you and what you thought of actually playing through it and what it felt like playing through it. All right, so let's get to the end here. Let's get to comments from the community. Let's see. Looks like nothing over on Spotify. Let's head over to YouTube where Salmon says, sorry you missed the event. Here's a breakdown. The Dark Voyager took the last shard and Team Ice King flew to Dark Minion, and when the shard was lowered, the Foundation attacked Team Ice King, but his gun backfired, and then he stole the shard and beat the crap out of the Ice King. Then the player combined into the Ice King and beat the crap out of him and froze him. Then the shard was put into place, and Dark Voyager killed the Ice King. He then flung out above the map as he changed it. Then we sliced the ship in half, and finally Jones was celebrating until the Dark Voyager showed up, and The visitor shot Jones because he was Geno, and Geno is the Dark Voyager's master. That's the Ice King POV, so I don't know about the Foundation. Hey, but I didn't really give like a full detailed breakdown like that. So thank you, Salmon, for giving that detail and giving people even more detail if anybody didn't make it. Like you said there, yeah, I was not able to participate, but I did watch. So yeah, I still enjoyed it. But again, thank you, Salmon. And that looks like all the comments we have today. So that's going to be the end of this episode. So make sure you go join that daily Fortnite Discord and hang out with us. Follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Head over to Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and a written review for a shout out on the show. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And until next time, have fun, be safe, and don't get lost in the storm.